Hello everyone, it is Tuesday today, which means it's time for another video. For the last couple of weeks I've gotten a couple of comments, but more than usual, about me doing a walkthrough. They wanted to see the settlement, what it looks like right now, and you know, what the progress is with it. So here we are, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So here we are at the Tenpines Bluff Settlement. So you know, let's just walk in and get started. On our right, when we enter, we have the generator area. We have a nice little generator in its own little secluded space. It has this concrete foundation. Normally I don't really use concrete, like ever, so it was, you know, quite different to be using that for a change. But I really like this. It's, you know, you don't see the use of wire fences like this quite often in settlements. They just use it for to keep like the Brahmin in, or just to add some general defense, but not really what they are actually purposed for, which is just to close off a little area like this. So we have the generator, and that of course is gonna be supplying the whole settlement with power, like construction lights. I got some stuff going on there. There's a radio beacon there, and right next to the little generator shack we have this little storage area with barrels. And I think, yeah, there it is, we have a hidden cam box right there. It's a reoccurring little Easter egg in my settlement, and I never have a settlement that doesn't have one of those. Besides the generator area and the little storage shack, we also have this little area of defensive wall made of junk walls. It got some areas that are missing some walls, but I don't really care about that. It adds a little bit more, you know, variety to it, I guess. You know, it doesn't all need to be one big wall. You know, chunks can be missing, in my opinion. But it also works really well, because I placed this here because you have the rope bridge going on back there. So if there's a raider attack, they usually come from like that area. So this will give you a nice little defensive spot to take care of that. Also got some ammo in case you need it. But if you need some more height or altitude for your shooting, like your sniper or something, I also made a little ramp that goes up this shack, so you can then shoot them from here. Then you have the even more of a height advantage. Then we of course have the vanilla shack. This is just normal, nothing changed about this. I don't even touch that. I might have moved this one around. I'm sure I moved the water pump, but that's just minor details. On our left, however, we have this little tiny shack, which is just a general shack, just a little house for someone. We have the lawn flamingos, we have this little water hose, so the person living here can water her razor grain. And inside we just have some very, you know, scrappy looking interiors. We have some toolboxes, we got just a standard light, some candles, and a sleeping bag on top of some crates. And I really like this method. Just place down some wooden crates, scale them up or down, and then you place a sleeping bag on top. You can also use like metal shelves and cabinets, and then place a sleeping bag on that, or a mattress, which also works really well. But you know, with crates it just gives it fits, because the rest is also pretty much made out of wood. So why not just use some wooden crates? And also something that is I guess you could call it a happy accident, is when you fast travel to the settlement, you will actually spawn right inside this house. So this could pretty much be your player house if you want to decorate it a bit more, because once you fast travel here, you will spawn here as well. I don't know why, but it does so, and I really like that. Moving on, we have one of the very first buildings. I'm not even sure if I did a video on this one actually, but I just want to try out something by creating these, I guess you could call them prefab houses, but I'll show you what I mean with that later on. This is more, I guess, fitting to a player house. It has some more decorations, it has some more furniture, it's got plenty of beer bottles, cans, caps, tools, you name it. And yeah, you also got your bed, of course, your food locker, your other furniture pieces. But moving on, because what I said, this is a prefab house. If you look closely, you can see that it's made of this high external wall and also just a normal square piece. And this is a occurring building setup that you'll see quite a lot in this settlement. For example, the vanilla house also has that. It has the high external wall and the square piece right next to it. The only thing I did add to this one is this little like wooden roof made out of a bridge piece, and then put some columns behind it, because that's a very easy way of making a flat wall like this look way better. Also, like what they did here with the planks holding up the wall, that's also a really easy way of doing things. But for this one it wouldn't really make sense, because on this side you would have like these long ass planks. On this side it would work, but I was planning on building some more here in the early stages of this settlement, which I haven't done yet. Also, I wouldn't know what to build there now. Also, because of this little window, you get like a pretty nice view of the sunshine and everything. So it would be quite a shame to like place another house there that would just block the view. And also, I like the charm of it. You know, it's a small farming settlement. It doesn't need to be completely filled up to the brim with houses and everything. Then we have one of the very first builds I did for this settlement, which was this little general store. I built this one because I desperately needed like supplies, metal, wood, you name it. So I really needed that. So that was more of a build for myself, so I could keep building. I put it pretty much in the center of the settlement. In the beginning it would also have the traders here. I guess it was just Lucas at that time, the armor trader. He would sit here on this chair just by the fire. Jesus, shut up. And yeah, he would just hang around here with his guards right next to the store, which I found really nice. Also, we got the junkyard dog. He is offering the settlement some pretty nice protection. And right here we have another one of the junk walls, which you can use to defend all the way to the ridge line. Because you also get attacks, I think, from around there. I haven't had an attack at this settlement for a long time. But yes, that's the general store. Then we have the main farming area, which is of course the potato farm. This is where most of the people will hang around. As you can see, there's 5 people here right now. I'm gonna make it light, it's becoming dark again. Let's see, no. There we go. Ellen here, Ellen Hayes.
Not much, but it's something.
Well, I think this is a pretty decent farm. Ellen is part of this area right here. She'll do scavenging. She'll be using the torch on this piece. And I really like this. This is actually inspired from Fallout 76. It's like a little long covered area with all the workshops. You can work on your weapons, your armor. And then there's also an NPC which will do her own thing. And right next to the workshop area we have this little water tank. I'm not sure if it actually adds water, but I can check. Let's just check. I don't think it does. There's 16 water, but that's probably because of that one. Yeah, I just use that as a filler. I think that's really nice, because for the farm you need water, and they can either use the water pump right there, or they just use the big ass water tank. So yeah, it ended up looking pretty good. Then we have maybe the most awesome part of the summit, which is the little Brahmin pen right here. This is the first time I used these pieces. These are pipes that come with the Woody's Wasteland mod. They're also part of this area, because if you... no, I should say that one. You can connect these pipes to the end of this one, I believe. Or it's below there. Either one. I'm not sure. But you can use those pipes to, like, create a plumbing... yeah, to create plumbing throughout the settlement. But I instead used these as something where the Brahmin could put his head through. And I put them inside these little brick things. And I really like that. That's like one of my favorite parts of this settlement. Just the pipes and how they're utilized. Also, I got my worker in here, Brenda, and she's taking care of the Brahmin. And this is the food that will be put into the Brahmin feeder right there. And yeah, just very small but very effective as well. Let's see, moving on, we have this little area. This is, I think it was my latest build. This is just a storage area. It's just a very small place where people will keep their building supplies, their wooden planks, their door covers, you name it. It's just if they have a leaking roof or whatever, they can just take one of the planks, put it on the roof until there's a better fix for it. But also, you know, it takes effort to do that, so there's a lot of holes in the roof and there's still wood laying there. So then we have this area. This is still a work in progress because what I noticed is something I said all the way in the beginning when I started this settlement. I'm trying to look what the walking paths are of the settlers that live here. And sometimes it's quite strange because, for example, the settlers will walk this way around, which is fine. But if you look at the path itself, you can see that there's a path that is going between these little stone walls here. Because the rest of the grass is covered with leaves and twigs and you name it. But this area, on the other hand, is clear. So I think it's meant for people to walk here. But I doubt that the settlers will actually walk through that little gap in there. So that's something I have to think about. Because this was going to be one of the bigger Brahmin pens, because I wanted to have another Brahmin, but like for 2 Brahmins, this place is definitely too small. So I wanted to get rid of this one and instead move the Brahmin and its like area to this area and place another wire fence around this bit, and then this little ditch right here would basically be the Brahmin feeder. They just, you know, put their potatoes and other rotten vegetables in there, and then the Brahmin can eat out of there. I can even put like a feeder in there. Actually, one thing I wanted to do, or see if that would work, is see if there's a mod that adds water planes and just put a water plane there, so it looks like there's actually water in here. And then the Brahmin could drink out of that, in matter of speech. Like, I'm not sure how to explain that. So this would be a Brahmin feeder ditch, I guess. Then this area would be clear for people to walk into again. But then I also need something that will fill out this area. But then again, you know, if this is the walking path that goes like here, and then you walk through the gap, that's, I think, right there.
I can't remember the last time I had clean things.
There's plenty of room for another building here. That could be another store or something else. So yeah, that's still a work in progress. One thing that I absolutely hate about the settlement is this house, because you can do anything with that. Right now it has 3 Brahmin in here, and I think they're all trying to feed out of that thing, but I'm not sure. I think it's just a bathtub, but I doubt it's a feeder, is it? Oh, yeah, bathtub. Store it. Yeah, I hate this place so much, and I also can't scrap it, so there's just nothing I can do with it. But yeah, I tried to make this the trader area, and as you can see, it is working like a charm. Right now I got 3 traders here. I got Lucas, Cricket, and I got Trashcan and Carla.
This place just has farmers!
At least the pay is terrible.
All they want are pipe pistols and stupid ammo. Where's the maniac slobbering for a mini nuke, am I right?
Which reminds me of a co-worker of mine. Anyway, so yeah, there's 3 traders right here that also come with 3 Brahmins. So if I only could delete this building, and then I wouldn't even care about that Brahmin area, I would just turn this area into an entire Brahmin field. which I would love, but there's no mods out there that either delete this or fix this. So right now there's just nothing I can do with it. And also I don't want to just put fences around it and then turn that into a Brahmin area that way. Because come on, it has a foundation, it even has wooden flooring. So why would you put a Brahmin there? You know, Brahmins live on patches of dirt and not inside a ruined house. Either way, so this is the trader area. Right next to it we have this little, I guess you could call it a, what is it, a home? I don't know, there's a sleeping bag on the ground. Someone created their own type of roof hanging off this ruined truck. It's like a trash home, I think that's even what I call it. It's like a trash home. I think there is no... Well, there's a refrigerator which is being used to hold the roof into its place. So yeah, and I think that's I think that's it. That's what the settlement is so far. The plans, like I said, like I wanted to build a Brahmin area right there, and if possible, if only there is something that allows me to delete this area, then this will be the Brahmin area with a big fence around it, lots of room, and then yeah, that would fix some of the problems that this settlement has. Also, I don't feel like I need more houses or more settlers per se, because I like it. It's like a small farming settlement. If you create it or if you turn it into an entire city, it will lose some of its charm as a farming settlement that it is now. It has 8 people in it, and that's okay because, you know, let's see, we have like 6 or 7 people just hanging around here that just come for trade. So it still feels like pretty much lived in because of the visitors that come and go, and that's something I really like. But yeah, that's about it. That's what the settlement is so far. If you have any other ideas of what I can add or what I should add, or something that I could place in these empty spots I still have, you know, leave a comment, tell me what you think is a good idea, and I'll read through them and see if I will actually do them. And please don't order me to build stuff. Like, I've had some comments that say like, you need to build this, why are you not building this? Like, chill down, chill out, chill out. Because, you know, if you're ordering me to build something, I'm obviously not gonna do it. So, you know, just make a suggestion. Suggestions are always welcome. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
When it hits you, yes, 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 you.